Hey guys, welcome to a new video, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jaisha, but if you're not new here and you've been keeping up with me, then you already know that I have only been using one product on my hair, one gel, the same gel for my wash and go for the past, I don't know, maybe 3 months or close to 3 months, but that is changing today. Hopefully. Yes, I have finally moved on to a new gel. Well, sort of, not really. We have to test her out first to see if she lives up to the standard for what I like in my gels and my wash and goes. And it's not that I have fallen out of love with my Curldaze Glossy Shine Gel. She is still very much doing what she's supposed to do. I just thought maybe it's time to switch it up, and I found a new product, so why not? The gel that I am going to be reviewing today, or giving you my first impressions on, is this Alodia Length Retention Anti-Breakage Curl Defining Jelly Custard. This gel says that it is doctor developed and infused with Phyto Grow Complex. Buildable definition and hold, reduces breakage, protects against split ends. Apparently this brand is made by a doctor who is a trichologist and biomedical scientist. Trustworthy, right? The directions say apply to clean, soaking wet hair. So my hair is in 4 sections. Let's go ahead and get started. I love when a gel says to apply to soaking wet hair. To me, that's a good sign. Definitely not the consistency that I was expecting for a gel, but it does say jelly custard. So I guess custard like, not even. Oh, I'm not so sure about this texture. I don't know if it's gonna be strong hold, but it does say that it's buildable definition. The directions do not say that it needs to be used with a leave-in, but for trying out new products, I don't like to use a leave-in anyway because I want to see how it works on its own. Now, I don't know much about this brand except that it is Black family owned and it is very like natural ingredients, organic ingredients in their products. I'm going with a little bit more. I have only tried one product from this brand before. It was like a hair and scalp oil, and I thought it was pretty good, but from my understanding, this is a new line from Alodia, their length retention line. It doesn't have a leave-in in it. And I just found this jelly custard, whatever it is, and thought, why not give it a try? I really appreciate brands with clean ingredients and that are like scientifically backed. I also really appreciate that it's named for what it is, a length retention system, because length retention and growth get used synonymously, but there's actually a difference. I mean, I know it's kind of technical, but it just makes sense to call it a length retention line instead of a hair growth line, or, you know, like super fast growth, you know, claim on the bottle. Now, this gel does not specify that it is strong hold. So what made me pick it up? Why did I buy it? Because I'm a lover of stronghold gels, as you all know. Wow, the feeling, this doesn't feel like a gel. It's that because I'm used to gels being a little bit thicker. Oh, I don't know how to explain it. Even custards are not as watery. Like, it's not as loose. But it does have a moisturizing feeling to it. Like, it feels like it's spreadable, like it has good slip. It's coating all of my hair very well. But yeah, why did I pick up this gel if it doesn't specify that it's a strong hold gel? For one, it says buildable definition. And I just found that very interesting for a hair product to claim that, because buildable is not usually something that we associate with definition. Like for makeup, yeah, like our foundation and concealer, you can build the coverage up to what you want it to be. If you want light, medium, or heavy, you know, just continue to add more, but I've never seen a product that can really do that. I guess that's pretty I don't know, is that standard for most products, that like the more you put on it, the more you put of it, the stronger it works? I don't know, because at the same time, sometimes like the more product you put on, the more it just sits on your hair strands. It might not necessarily change the definition or the moisture level that you're getting. So I thought the buildable definition was very interesting, and that's really what I'm here to find out. But at the same time, it's also going to make me use a lot of product. It's going to make me use a lot of product to keep building the definition, because I already slather product onto my hair. I probably overuse in some cases. The feeling is just so, I'm not used to this feeling. Like, it kind of feels like there's not really anything on my hair. Like, no, it feels like something's on my hair, but it doesn't feel like gel. It doesn't really feel like something is defining my hair, but it does feel like something is coating my hair. The slip is really good. This is what we got so far. It's not too bad, but I could still see some frizz in there. So that is why I said I will probably end up using this whole bottle, because if the definition is buildable, I'm going to keep building. And I'm not gonna hold you, I'm using a lot of pumps per section. So after that first application, it still is kind of frizzy, and then I kind of go back and put some more on there, like a second coat, which I don't like because that's kind of time consuming and it's more product. But you know what? This is kind of something that I find when it comes to natural ingredients. Not that it's a bad thing, but typically the more natural and raw the ingredients, you probably need a little bit more, or you need a little bit of elbow grease to really get the job done. The other reason that I decided to give this product a chance when I saw it, is because when I read the back and I saw that it said to apply to soaking wet hair, that is usually a sign of a stronghold gel in my experience. Like, all of the gels, the stronghold gels that I love, they all say apply to soaking wet hair. Water is a really important component of, you know, how your products apply and set in your hair when you're styling. And so the interesting thing is that those products tend to have a much thicker jelly-like consistency, and this does it. But for me, using more water helps me use less product. It helps the products slide and glide all in through your hair easier. It helps like absorb into your hair easier as well. So far, it is seeming kind of buildable. I mean, I feel like there's a little bit less frizz the more product I put on here, but I also don't want to have to use a ton of product to get the result that I want. I'm seeing a little bit of elongation on the curls, not as much as I would like, but at this point, I'm not very sure that this is going to perform like a stronghold gel would. But that's not a bad thing, because it doesn't claim to be a stronghold gel, which lets me know actually that it's pretty moisturizing, and the length retention claims could be true. I am done applying the product, and this is what it looks like. What's interesting is that it's very lightweight, because it doesn't really feel like there's product in my hair. It just feels like my hair is wet. Like, before I ever put any product in it, it just feels like I have wet hair. But I'm gonna go dry my hair. I might diffuse today. I don't know. I'm gonna go dry my hair, and then I'll be back with my final results and final thoughts. Okay, I'm back with my final results. This is what it's looking like. And I have to say that I'm pleasantly surprised by my results, but also by the fact that I kind of like it. I was a bit unsure once I saw, so let me back up. First of all, I only diffused my hair today. Sometimes I sit under a hooded dryer, sometimes I just diffuse, sometimes I do a combination of both. But I was initially a little bit concerned about what my results were gonna look like with this product. Number one, because of how lightweight it is. I mean, technically it is not a gel, it is a jelly custard. So it was pretty lightweight, which is like interesting because I'm feeling some hold and I do have some definition in my hair, which is great. So it's not a soft hold product. There actually are like a few pieces where I can just feel like, I don't want to say it's crunchy. It's not crunchy, but I feel hold, and you can definitely see some definition in here, but also there's volume there, and my hair feels so like just lightweight and also feels moisturized. So like these are some good things, like good combinations. I really like the results, like especially for my first day. I'm trying to move away from always having to have super crunchy hair on day one. I don't know. But I feel like this is a good in-between. I feel like this is a really good in-between of the definition, but also volume. Like my hair is not too flat and it still has hold and it still has definition. Like my number one thing is just definition. But I guess they weren't lying about the buildable definition. I don't like the fact that I had to use a lot of product. I feel like I had to continuously use product. I guess that's where the buildable comes in. I actually want to see how much product I used. This is a 8.5 ounce jar. It looks like the product is about right here. Is that half? I think that's a little bit more than half. So I don't think I will get many uses out of this bottle. On their part, it is smart to have a buildable definition product because you can cater to different preferences. People that want a softer hold or people that want something a little bit more firm. This for me is somewhere in between medium and strong hold, at least on my scale. I'm really liking how this came out. There's no flaking. Again, I like that it's science-backed. I like that it's Black family owned. I like that it's natural and organic ingredients. And I like that it works, like it does what it says it's gonna do, which is great. And I love that I don't need a leave-in with it because it's pretty moisturizing on its own and it's lightweight. And so I might be converting. Nah, that's too much. I'm not converting. I'm just surprised to get, you know, these kind of results from a not stronghold gel. If you end up buying or trying this gel somehow, let me know how you like your results, how you like the gel, and what you think of it. Thank you guys for watching my little review on this Alodia, I keep calling it a gel, but this curly custard, what is it called? Jelly custard.
Several days later.
So I'm back with a quick little update. It is now day 4 and I really just wanted to show you guys how this wash and go held up. And I actually am still very surprised by the fact that my hair still looks good. Is shocking to me. I don't know why, but I didn't think it would last this long. Obviously it's a little bit bigger. I'm starting to actually like having big hair, so like I don't mind the fluffiness and the volume and just the of my hair right now. Yeah, the definition is still there. It's not as much, but my hair is not super frizzy or like it doesn't look crazy. I think it aged pretty well. I don't know, and my hair is not like, usually the back of my head will get kind of tangled up, and that's not happening. Like there's no tangles or knots back here. And yeah, I think this is a look. I'm really liking this and I'm pleasantly surprised by this product. Please hit the thumbs up button if you found this video helpful or you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will catch you in the next one.